The crystal wine glasses clinked against granite countertops as my brother Mark led another tour through his brand new AMC mansion. This was the fourth group tonight: neighbors, old friends, and a few colleagues from his investment firm. Each tour ended the same way: Mark standing in his gourmet kitchen, arms wide. "This," he announced, "is what success looks like." I stood near the island, champagne in hand, playing my role perfectly. The underachieving older sister. Simple dress, quiet smile, conveniently forgettable. Exactly how they wanted me. "Kitty," Mark called out, "come here. I want everyone to meet my sister." Polite heads turned, sympathetic smiles followed. "She's still finding her way," Mark said, draping an arm around my shoulder. "Living downtown, doing little consulting gigs." Soft wave of pity passed through the group. Poor Katie, still figuring life out. If only she understood success like Mark did. I checked my phone. 7:43 p.m. Perfect. Paperwork filed at 5 p.m. The process server would be here any moment. Mark raised his glass to success, he said, to taking risks. Everyone followed. I raised mine too, because I knew exactly what kind of risk Mark had taken: leverage, debt, fragile confidence wrapped in marble countertops. He wasn't successful. He was exposed. The doorbell rang. Once. Then again. Mark frowned. "I'll get it," he said. A woman in a business suit stood outside, holding an envelope. "Mark Sullivan." "Yes." "I'm serving you notice of foreclosure." Silence snapped through the foyer. "What?" Jennifer whispered. The server continued calmly. "All secured debts have been consolidated under K. Sullivan Enterprises. You have 30 days to vacate." Mark blinked. "Consolidated under what?" The envelope was pressed into his hands, and then I stepped forward. "That would be me." The room froze. "K. Sullivan Enterprises," I said gently. "My investment company." Mark's face drained of color. "You don't have an investment company." I opened my phone. "You mean this one?" $2.3 billion portfolio, commercial real estate, tech holdings, distressed debt acquisitions. His debts were neatly listed underneath: his mortgage, his credit lines, his margin loans. All now under my control. Jennifer grabbed his arm. "You bought my debt?" Mark asked. "I bought all of it," I said. "At a discount." His voice cracked. "Why would you do this?" I looked around the house. The chandeliers, the imported stone, the furniture bought on borrowed confidence. "Because 3 years ago," I said quietly, "you stood in my apartment and told me I was wasting my life." I paused. "You said I should think bigger." A beat. "You were right. I just understood it better than you did. You live in a tiny apartment," he said. "I live in a penthouse I own." I replied, "You work freelance. I advise Fortune 500 companies." His reality was collapsing in real time. So I gave him the structure behind it: distressed debt, purchases, loan consolidation, asset acquisition. The quiet mechanics of ownership. Not performance. Control. Total debt $1.7 million. Total assets tied to it. Everything he built. Mark swallowed hard. "So I lose everything?" "Yes," I said. "That's option 1. I pulled another document from my bag. "Option 2. He looked down. Senior Vice President, Strategic Development. Sullivan Industries. Salary $150,000. Guaranteed. Benefits included. No leverage gambling. No debt exposure. No pretending." He laughed once. "You're offering me a job? I'm offering you reality." The house felt smaller suddenly. Not physically. Financially. Emotionally. Like the air had been recalculated. Mark turned the contract over slowly. "This is less than I make now. It's also sustainable," I said. "And honest." Jennifer stepped in. "Is it real?" "Yes," I said. She exhaled. "Then it's better than this." I dropped a key onto the counter. Company car. Reliable, practical. Not a trophy, a tool. Real success, I said. Doesn't need to look impressive to survive. Mark stared at it. Then at the foreclosure notice. Then at me. "The house? I'll sell it," I said. Cover your debts. Anything left over becomes stock in the company. Jennifer blinked. Stock. If you stay, I said, you grow into ownership over time. Double quote silence. Then Mark finally asked, what do I have to do? Stop performing success, I said. Start building it. I left before he answered, because he needed to decide without me in the room. Outside, the night air was calm. No applause. No dramatic revenge. Just balance being restored quietly. The next morning, I was in my office. 3 for th floor. City spread out below like a spreadsheet of ambition. My assistant entered. Your brother called 3 times. Send him the handbook, I said. If he's serious, he'll read it. A pause. He wants to accept the job. I nodded. Double quotes Tuesday. 8 a.m. No suits. She smiled slightly. Understood. 3 months later. Mark's reports changed. No more ego. No more noise. Just analysis. Metrics. Questions instead of assumptions. His signature line now read, Mark Sullivan, Senior VP. Strategic Developmental and Industry S at the bottom. A note, thanks for showing me the difference between having money and building wealth. I read it once, then filed it beside the foreclosure notice. Some lessons don't expire, they just mature.